Hi, good morning everyone. This is just a video for level 3 year 2 business for making promotion. It will be for P3 and P4 of the second assignment. So I'm going to go through the assignment now, and then I'm going to talk you through some of the information as well as where you can find it from your BTEC book. Now, this BTEC book is the book that you need to download. I sent you a link yesterday regarding this. You need to make sure you're reading this. All the answers for this assignment are in this book, and I will refer to it as I talk to you about this regarding the pages that you need to look at. This second assignment is really, really easy. Okay, you don't need to worry too much about it. I would probably think a couple of hours of you running through this book, putting together an assignment, and I think you'll be absolutely fine. Okay, so I'm going to read through the actual scenario to start off with. Okay, so the biggest and most successful promotional campaigns have been created by advertising agencies. You'll also find that there are some PowerPoints that I sent you last week about advertising agencies. You need to read through them as well. You've begun working in a marketing department for a small retail business. The marketing director is considering whether or not she should employ an advertising agency to develop a forthcoming campaign. The director has asked several members of her marketing team to investigate a different agent and create a fact sheet to show her what roles the advertising agent may play and whether they can in fact make a campaign more successful. So what you've been asked to do is to create a fact sheet or a leaflet regarding why companies would use a marketing company, or an advertising agency. Okay, so you've got to make sure that you're making a fact sheet why companies would employ a company such as an advertising agency to do their work for them. Okay, so to give you a couple of ideas, there's many advertising agencies in the UK. You could look at someone like the Republic of Media, 5x5, or Red Rag Marketing. But if you Google some marketing, some marketing agencies or advertising agencies, you will find that there are many. Please try and use a UK-based company, just because some of the advertisements in America are slightly different. So the first thing you need to do is, using an advertising agency of your choice, you should create a fact sheet that explores the role that the agent has played in helping one of its promotional campaigns become successful. So it may be worthwhile looking at a company, a large-scale company, and looking at who they work with to advertise their products. Okay, so this could be in the same campaign that was used for the Drum Awards. So you could use the same company that you were talking about in assignment 1. So that could be Coca-Cola, that could be Pretty Little Things, that could be any other place that you wish. Okay, so, or you might want to use a completely new campaign. Okay, as part of this, they should describe the different services that the agency would have conducted, making clear links to explain how the service has helped to make the campaign successful. So, okay, so what you need to do is you need to highlight the roles an advertising agency, okay, so you need to highlight what advertising agencies do, then tell me how the product is provided for and how they promote it. So pick the company that you've used, or a different company that you might want to use, and consider the tools that the agent are actually using to promote their goods. Okay, so there are things like media buying, so this depends on the best options for the company, designing your advertisement, the promotion of an advert, so actually putting together a promotion for your company on your behalf, okay, and then also engagement for your demographics, okay, so engagement for your target market. Now, what you will find is all this section is on page 220. Okay, so services and costs we need to consider, media buying, cost options, everything is in here. Okay, so if you consider that you need to start from understanding the role of the advertising agency and the media. Okay, so that is from page 220. So your introduction section for P3 will include media buying, advertisement campaigns, advertising production, engaging with the target market. Okay, and they're also going to be telling you to look at things like cost options as well. Okay, so that's the first part. So you will find that all on the first page, which is this page here, 220. Okay, you don't need to go any further than that. Remember that this section is only for a pass. Okay, so you might want to use some examples, but you might also want to delve a little bit more into research just to get you higher grades if you want to get the merit and distinction. Okay, the second section is for P4 is the advertising agent the advertising agency will place a lot of thought into the type of media that they use. In your fact sheet, explain how important the choice of media is to the success of your promotional campaign and explain the logic behind the media used. Okay, so in this section, what we're looking at is the types of media. So look at it from a local point of view, a regional point of view, national and international. Okay, these all relate to the target market or demographic. Okay, so how is it going to reach the audience? Now, if you go to your BTEC book, this is why it's so important to have this book. You've got in a section where it says 3.2 types of media, you've actually got a section on local, regional, national and international. Okay, and then you've got a criteria for media selection, which looks at the budget, which looks at the and the promotional campaign objectives. You've also got 3 tables, right? I'm going to show you these here. You've got one, 2, and third one there. Now this explains everything that you need to talk about. So, for instance, national newspapers might be a way of promoting your advert, so your product. And you would talk to me about the advantages and disadvantages. These are in the book, okay? You've then got regional newspapers. Again, the advantages and disadvantages are in the book. Consumer magazines, business magazines, and directories, okay? All within this BTEC book, you explain the advantages and disadvantages. Now, you can present these how you wish on your leaflet. You can do it as a chart, you can do it as a little table, you can do it as some paragraphs, yeah, but remember it's a fact sheet, so it's a leaflet. So think about statistics, think about things that, catch your eye quickly. Then you've also got other media down the bottom. You've got television, radio, cinema, billboards, direct mail, and internet. Okay, again, advantages and disadvantages. Yeah, you could use maybe a little character, yeah, a little person, and thinking about, oh, could I use the internet? And then next to them put, well, it reaches a large group of people. It's cheap to administer. It's effective targeting. Feedback is available, yeah. But the disadvantages are things like open to abuse, security issues, and not everyone has the internet. Okay, so what I would strongly suggest you do, the first section, so P3 and P4, are based around page 220 to page 223. Okay, now what I would like to see is I would like to see a draft of P3 and P4 really by the end of the week or early next week into Easter holidays. Okay, then if you can just make it clear that you would like to attempt the merit section, there's only a merit section on this assignment. I will do another video discussing the merit section and where this comes from the book for students who want to aim for the merit. Okay, I would strongly advise all of you to try and aim for the merit on this one because it's not difficult. Okay, so if you do want to finish P3 and P4, or if you have finished P3 and P4 to start off with, we can start looking at the merit section, which is underneath the red section of page 223. Okay, but we will look at that in detail a little bit further on. Okay, so the last section of the assignment, just to make sure, is M2. Finally, in your fact sheet, you decide to analyse what impacts of using advertising agencies on the success of your campaign. What are the advantages and disadvantages of using an advertising agent, and would you recommend that your company employ one? Now, you could research that yourself, okay? It is in the BTEC book as well, okay? But again, just to get that merit, you're just showing me that you understand the advantages and disadvantages of using an advertising agency, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. If you've got any questions, I'm going to be online this afternoon. If you put it in Teams, and just let me know if you're confused about anything, or if you need anything else explaining, I can do that for you. One thing I would suggest is that you really do use that BTEC book. As I said to you, I gave you the link yesterday on Teams. Download the book. Everything is there. It's a leaflet, guys. Okay, don't make it too complicated. Yeah, it's a leaflet that it has to just have the advantages, disadvantages, and a general overview. Yeah, that is just for the pass. The merit section is looking at the development of using an advertising agency, the advantages and disadvantages, and maybe coming up with some recommendations why you would use one. Okay, so hopefully that's it for today. I hope you're all okay. This obviously is my second video. You will see many places in my house, and therefore you will kind of get to grips every week. I'll do a little one of these, and we can make sure that you're all coming to terms with everything. I would like to see a draft, as I say, by Friday if possible. If not, if you could just drop me an email. I've been very flexible with dates. If you could just drop me an email regarding the different where you're up to, for instance. I know some of you are still a little bit behind on some of the first assignments, but some of you have completed that. So thank you very much for that. Okay, so hopefully I'll speak to you soon, and take care. Be safe. Bye bye.